Hi, welcome back. My name is Ngattu, John Mary, and it's a pleasure hosting you again. In this episode, I'm joined by the lovely Judith Nabankema. Judith, how have you been?
I've been good.
Welcome on board.
Thank you.
Tell us, what have you been up to? My friends need to know you.
I've been on doing different consultancy services, majorly mindset, and I've had an opportunity to talk to some children who have mindset challenges, especially when it comes to academics. Because some children have issues with academics when it comes to their mindset. So I've been working on something like that.
I love that. So dear colleagues, it's an opportunity for us to brainstorm together. Today in a special one, talk about parenting styles. While you're there, you are a mother, you are a father, and you've been a child before and now you have children. They are either yours biologically or you actually take care of them. They are your brothers, your sisters. You are a person of goodwill, so please join us and see where you fall as we discuss the parenting styles. It's a hectic time. It is that time of there when you remember that you are a full parent.
I like it. My kids are going back to school now, so we're kind of going to be free. Isn't it?
Yeah, but you know, it keeps you on your toes. They are at school, you want to know how they are doing. You want to know whether they had breakfast, even when the school provides breakfast. My kids are in a boarding school.
That is parenting at its best. How did you find it during their holiday with you?
They were always busy. Like they were in P7 VAC and they were busy.
We are busy.
Yes.
The children were busy.
Very busy.
So you didn't even have an opportunity to be with them. Is that what you're trying to say?
Would meet remotely.
Oh.
Yes. Remotely in a sense that would be on phone all the time. They are in Mbarara, I'm in Kampala, but we are meeting early next month.
That brings me to another question. This is so kind of leading. So, what kind of parenting is that now? If you really meet remotely, and they have been on holiday with you, I expect them to be physical now that they are not at school. You should be relating with them. But now your day meeting is remotely. I need to know what kind of parenting is that. I
think it's what we call online parenting. I don't know whether it's a style of parenting of sorts.
Online,
but
okay.
Yes, because when you miss the physical, don't miss the online. And the online, with now social media, you're always in touch with them on WhatsApp. You're always in touch with them on Facebook. You always have an opportunity to talk on phone.
Okay. Do you think it's effective?
It depends on where you are.
Okay.
You know, parenting is not a one-person role. Because where we grew up those days, a child belonged to the community.
Yeah, I recall
For
that
example, when you send your kids to their grandma, they are at home with granny, but the mother goes to check on them.
Wow.
And takes the message from daddy. But finds different rules at granny's home.
Yeah.
Where I grew up, my mom told me, 7 p.m. When you're out, stay there. When you're in, don't go out. I don't know whether it was a kind of authoritative, or was it? I think my mom, was a dictator.
A dictator. Don't remind me. There is a friend. Her name is Rita. She gave us a story how they feared their dad. The dad was actually dictative. That dad would come and they hide away practically. Because when daddy comes in the house, it is trouble. What kind of life is that? Do you ever relate to your parents with such a kind of a parent? That means that children may never actually open up to you. Even though there is a problem, they will hide away. If in the normal routine, they are hiding away from you, then what will happen when there's a problem?
But you know, as a child, you appear submissive. You appear fearful. And as a parent, you want to make sure that your authority is stamped on the mind of the learner. Research shows that actually this is part of parenting. It's a parenting style. It's called authoritarian parenting.
Hey, that's a dark
But
one.
many people, or many times, we don't know that you are actually being an authoritarian parent. But when you start saying words like, I have insisted, I have said so.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know how many times you've told that to your daughters.
No, actually I have not. Because I think if I'm authoritarian, like you stated, that means it has both positive and negative.
Yeah, that's true.
So, as an authoritarian parent, what do you think are the negative and the positives?
Of course, when you look at how the child grows, children from authoritarian parents follow school rules to the letter.
Oh, I get the point.
The first code they read when they report to school are the school rules and regulations. Put on uniform, they'll be in uniform. Tuck in your shirt, their shirts would always be tucked in. Lessons start at 8, by 7:45 they are in class. While at home the environment is dictatorial. You either do it or you're thrown out.
Okay, that
But
is
now,
very good.
that brings trouble.
That brings troubles.
Yes, because these are low self-esteem children.
Thank you. Thank you.
They are usually very shy. They are very irritable. Even when the teacher is trying to emphasize a point, for them they see it as a gun point actually. And that ain't good for our kids.
Actually, you've said it, because if you say something about self-esteem, that now go far away. It is going to affect the child's life holistically.
Yeah, that's true.
And that would mean from the time she's relating with her peers, from the time when there is a problem, from the time when there is performance in class, everything is going to be affected because he sees himself as nothing.
Yeah, because they are always living under harsh environment at home. They think the world is harsh in totality.
And they think everybody that is around them actually is like the parent at home.
Yes. And those children end up being rude to their colleagues, to their peers.
That's what they know how. It has been passed to them, it is ingrained in them, because don't give what you have. They're only trying to give you what they have.
Exactly.
And you see, environment affects us so much as children, even big people. Everybody is affected by environment. Environment contributes a lot to our lives. Okay? In both good and bad. That's why sometimes if a child has been living in a certain kind of environment where they don't have certain principles in life, and it comes as a certain environment now where there are principles, it will be hard for a child to adopt, but somehow he'll adopt along the way. So
that's true.
what you're saying is true. It affects the way he's relating with our children, and what will happen along the way will be an outcast.
Well, the good news is that as a parent, you are not always rigid.
Yeah.
Because we know that there are parents who are democratic. Democratic in a sense that they give chance to listen to their children. I don't know whether you've had some friends who are actually authoritative. They think through things with their children. You can imagine.
No, I love that bit. I love that bit. Actually, with that, can take a glass of water. Why? My lovely husband is so principled. And the challenge is when you don't understand a principled person, you may say they are tough. You may say they are tough, but they're just principled. But with the principles, he has been trying to ingrain or input or let the children learn, has also learned to adjust a little bit. Even now, if I go like this, with these tough principles, things may not work out. Okay? So he has learned to be democratic. And every decision, however tough it is going to make sure they are involved. To discuss, to know the pros and the cons. By the time a decision is made, if it is coming in the house, you know why, and also contribute. Maybe we come back at this time, but every decision now that is made has to be discussed. And there's a current decision he had to make. I think last year. It was about changing from one club to another. We had joined one club. It was just a small club. We had joined it and wanted to leave it because of convenience, to go to another club that's close to our school, to their school. When we spoke to the children, they are not welcoming the idea at all. To us it's different, our perception is different, and to them it is different. But to us as parents, our idea, what is convenient. Even though I'm from work and I'm late, I don't need to hurry to pick you up. No, I'll pick you up when everything is done. School is done, swimming is done. But the children are not seeing it like that. And I say, no, that is not right. I've just made a new friend, I just settled a game. And so we had to sit and discuss the matter. And surprisingly, we had to go with our children's decision. And to me, that was something, because they also had their ideas. But if you just say, I insist, because it is convenient, because I don't have to rush to come from work, because you just cross from school to the other school, nothing is involved. No cost implication, no worry that maybe you can be kidnapped, no time wasted. It's just 1 minute away. Of the children, it was going to affect them forever. And so I think I love that kind of parenting.
Of course, authoritative parenting comes in handy, especially in the recent times. We are in the back to school season, and you'll find that children have generated their shopping lists. But now we encourage that they make their shopping budgets. When a child says 2 kilos of sugar for a term, what is the amount of value? The children actually know how much a kilo of sugar costs.
Yeah, they do.
So the child knows 2 kilos, that's 6,000. If a kilo is 3,000. Then they want the stockings, they want the shoes, and the total is $1 million Uganda shillings. But, you know, the economy nowadays is not that friendly. So when you sit down as a parent and say, fine, you want 2 kilos for the term, but let's begin with 1 kilo. Let's say, okay. Because we need to make sure that if you want 3 pairs of stockings, we still have some money to at least get 2. Then along the term, shall be coming for visiting day, we shall be checking on you, we shall get some pocket money and put it at the canteen. So you're discussing things. And actually the children know that money is scarce. They know it. So when you take them through that session, you are being authoritative.
But you know that if you do not involve them and you're authoritarian, the perception will be different.
Definitely. They will know you have money and you don't want to spend it on them. But now as you involve them, you actually advance or to another parenting style. There are those parents we say they are permissive. Permissive in a sense that you treat your child as a friend. And that builds a lot of confidence in the child because you are always the first person to know their secret. Anything the child gets to know, you are the first,
you're the first
person they share it with. Because they look at you as a colleague. Mommy, can I tell you something? Today was one of my best days. Okay. You listen. Talk through things. And the child can confidently know that this secret is well kept by my mom.
Yeah.
Case in point are these girls who are transforming from young girls to adolescents. I can tell you the first experience a girl child faces is that first experience of her menses.
Yeah.
She doesn't want anyone else to know it apart from the mother.
Oh, yeah.
Not even daddy should know.
Yeah.
And in doing that, she looks at you as a colleague. And when you reciprocate the same environment, the same discussion, that makes it permissive. It's a friendly kind of parenting. You discuss things, you also let the child figure out some of their things on their own. But now when it becomes extreme, becomes uninvolved. Yes, because you think you have paid the school fees, you have given child pocket money.
Wow.
I've done my part. You don't want to know whether they went to school.
How are they performing?
You don't want to know how they are performing.
How are they are
There
behaving?
is a parents meeting at school.
You don't even want to know.
Yes, so you become an uninvolved parent. And it's a parenting style called uninvolved parenting.
Oh my, it's not a nice one to me. Because there is, I think it's a story, a book I was reading with my children. And this book, there was a story, a child was relating to their friends. They were at home and the mother was putting limitations. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And this other child was saying to her friend that, you know what, this is not nice. Mommy stopped me from doing this, stopped me from doing this. Then the other one responded, I wish my mother was like yours. That why? At least she cares. She's interested. But as for me, nobody cares about anything. They don't know what is happening to me. They don't know how I live at school. They don't know how I slept. And she was heartbroken. And she said, you know, you don't know what you have. You better be proud of your parents. If they put limitation, that means they love you. And they care about you. So, oh my God, this is something. Parents must be involved in the lives of their children. It's very, very key.
The good news is you can't be an authoritarian parent all the time.
Yeah.
We fluctuate depending on the situation. As parents, we also have issues to sort out as a couple. Even the children have their issues to sort out. So sometimes you find yourself fluctuating from being authoritarian.
Situations lead you there.
Saying, okay, first come, we see what to do. To authoritative, you say, come, let's go together. To being permissive, you're acting friendly, you're actually being a friend to your child. And sometimes you let the child be, you become uninvolved.